Welcome, everyone, to Where's My Leg? A War Rights podcast, hosted by the 17th Michigan Stonewall Regiment. I am your host, Durka, adjutant of the 17th Michigan, and alongside me is the other host, Tink. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Tink. I'm the current colonel of the 17th Michigan.
Well, Tink, it's been an exciting month of January of 2025, and we're here with a new project of ours called Where's My Leg? A War Rights podcast. So, how was your weekend, or your week this week? How did it go?
It's been great, yeah. I'm glad we're currently recording on a Friday night, which I'm really glad about. We just played an event.
Yeah.
We did get absolutely spanked.
We did.
Wasn't ideal, but
yep.
It was good fun, and the guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Which is the main thing, I suppose.
Yeah. So you're the new current colonel of the 17th.
I am. I'm the current new colonel of the 17th. Yeah. A former one had stepped down, and I was lucky enough to be considered for the role.
Yeah.
So it's super excited about it. We've got lots of stuff planned.
Mm-hmm.
We've already made a lot of changes.
Yep. Sure have.
Hopefully the guys have been enjoying it. We've had better numbers than we've had for a while.
Yeah.
I think everything's looking pretty good for the 17th.
Yep. 100%. It's gonna be a good year. And like I said, my name is Durka, and I am the current adjutant of the 17th Michigan. So, why did you join the 17th, Tink?
Why did I join the 17th? Well, it's coming up my 5th year with the 17th.
Wow.
Yeah, and at the time, I'm looking for an EU regiment, and the 17th was mainly EU guys. So I was put into contact, and a lot of the guys I thought were brilliant. A lot of the old guys that aren't really here anymore, playing, but I thought that the sort of play style was really good, kind of casual, but they still took it seriously. Like, they played to win, and they were still effective. But it was still a good laugh. And I met some really nice people that I'm still friends with and sort of speak to now. And that was mainly what got me in, but just by chance that I chose the 17th randomly. But then it was sort of the guys every week that you get to play with was why I stayed. How about you?
Well, I mainly joined the 17th mainly because I was looking for a Michigan regiment. So, born and raised in Michigan, I live in Michigan, and how I see it is you play for your state. So I was looking for a regiment that was solely, Michigan. There was a couple others. Of course, they all died out, or weren't really relevant at all. Joined, felt at home, felt like it was family. Kind of just stuck around. The 17th has been awesome to be a part of, and this is going to be my 4th year in June. Okay. So I'm pretty pumped to be a part of the regiment, and I'm actually really excited that I have the role of adjutant, not just because it's a rank in regimental staff, but because I get to do a lot for the regiment on the administrative side of things. Instead of being on the battlefield and leading men into battle, I prefer doing the stuff behind the scenes, making the quality of life for our regiment on Discord and in the game, and trying to get stuff done and like make things more exciting for people to like feel accomplished. We've kind of brought back a lot of the qualification stuff from our trainings, and we're working on new qualifications, which is going to be awesome when we release those probably this next month. But yeah,
we've got some big changes, right?
Yeah.
It's also worth mentioning that this year is the 7th anniversary of the 17th Michigan. We were formed in 2018.
Yeah. Wow.
Such a long time ago. We've got some major stuff planned for that, some exciting little things to celebrate our birthday.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about in the future episodes.
Yeah, for sure. What got you into War of Rights?
Oh, what got me into War of Rights? I think it was... I didn't actually know the game existed. So I think it was like some pixelated Apollo videos, I think, years ago. And that got me in, and I thought it was so cool.
Oh wow!
What really because it's pretty niche. Being English, we're not taught about the American Civil War. We have our own Civil War. Not nearly as it's sort of interesting.
Right.
It's not something we get taught about at school. The only sort of memories that I have of sort of being watching anything like that was my granddad loved like Western films, and often in Western films there'd be like some of them like some with the Clint Eastwood feature kind of like Union or Rev soldiers, so you kind of get to see a little bit of the uniforms, and then later on with the Westerns the kind of the uniform with the blue. I thought they just looked so cool. I was always into sort of Westerns and that sort of period, and then so it wasn't too much of a jump back to go towards sort of the American Civil War. And when you learn about some of the battles, I just thought it sounded amazing. I loved the sort of uniforms, the battle names, and then when I saw the video of the game, I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. And back then, 5 years ago, the game it didn't look as nice. There wasn't as many maps. It was different.
It was way different.
It was the sort of soul of the game was exactly as it is now. Really,
right.
I thought that sort of firing in big lines looked amazing. Huge bayonet charges, the stuff that when you get to play doesn't always feel as epic, but when you're watching like from the sky, it's like the coolest shit ever, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
How about you?
So it's actually pretty funny. I heard about War of Rights through a co-host of mine from another podcast. So around the time I joined the 17th, I hosted a podcast about ant keeping. It's called Formicast. And I did that for about 3 years or so. And my co-host at the time actually was part of, I think it was the 5th Wisconsin or some regiment, but it was mainly EU guys. And he told me about the game because I'm a big Civil War nerd. I love stuff about the Civil War. So he talked to me about the game, showed me some videos and stuff, and then I actually got into a pub match with him, tried it out, and was like, this is amazing. And then immediately was like, no, I gotta find a regiment with the Michigan regiment. So yeah, it was a buddy of mine through a podcast that got me into War of Rights, and yeah, it's just always been a game that I try to play at least a couple times a week. So
I find it's really addictive. Like sometimes you do terribly,
right,
and you get absolutely smashed.
Right.
Then other times, when you like pull off like a flank or like a bayonet charge,
right.
It's just so much fun. And none of my friends like get it. Why I play again? Like,
right.
In England, we don't have that same connect. It means nothing. Like, I've got no relatives that fought in it. The Brits weren't involved in it, really. So like, I've got no stakes in it. None of my friends think like, why are you interested? You know, it
Right.
takes ages to shoot. You know, it's slow often.
Right.
Like, you know, it's not as fast paced as some of the other games.
Yeah.
None of them get it how fun it can be. Like when it's good, it's just amazing.
Right.
But then it can make you want to pull your hair out when you just you can't even get out of spawn because the artillery is just blowing your head off.
Yeah. So, like, speaking of artillery blowing our heads off, like today's match, for example, like we didn't win either of those games, but that first match, I don't know, there's just something about it of like, it was really fun. There's even a moment there where, my screen just went black. Okay, never mind. Where it was that first charge, I think, or the second charge, I don't remember, but we lined up, took the shot, and then we like charged into them, and there was like some rocks in the middle of the field, and like we stopped there for a second, and then as soon as we stopped and I went to aim, a cannonball hit us, and as soon as the cannonball hit me, I was like, oh fuck. Like I died, and that was it.
So the map was with Pry Forward. That was the first one, and the second was Hill's counterattack. And so we were playing as the Union. We lost both.
We lost both.
Yeah, we went for a sort of a left push.
Yeah.
We managed to clear them out, but yeah, the artillery. They had the 42nd were on the guns, and well,
yeah, they had blue.
Everyone will know that they smashed basically. So it was like we just got nuked. So that was tough. Then we flanked around to the right flank. We had a bit more success, sort of getting and dug in, but it was fun. It was we managed to pull it back towards the end a little bit, but just not enough.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna be doing some episodes starting next month. Beginning of next month, we'll have episode 1. This is our promo episode for you guys that are watching. So for episode 1, we're gonna start doing our awards, updates, stuff like that. So this is we'll end this episode, and for next month when we'll include January's awards with February's when we do it in March. We're gonna have guests on. I believe our first guest is gonna be Conley. Am I correct?
I think he said that he was interested.
Yeah,
we've got lots to talk about. If you're in the 17th, then it's going to be quite interesting. If you're not in, then it's still going to be interesting. It's worth listening to regardless. We're going to talk about sort of maps, especially the new-ish now maps. They aren't that new. Give our opinions on those, what we like about them and what we don't. We're going to have to speak about our map, which is Otto and Sherrick Farm. We actually get to play it as the 17th. So we're going to talk about that map. A little bit contentious, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Some love it, some hate it. So, but we do get to play as the 17th, which is always good.
Yep. We'll probably have history of the real 17th. We'll see if we can get a guest speaker on for that. And then we're also gonna probably bring Vilcon to talk about the uniform for the 17th as well. Kind of talk about that, and then we can. So the 17th is part of the Midwest Brigade, so we'll probably bring somebody on from MWB to talk about MWB and how that is run and what regiments are in it and how we're a part of it, and kind of go from there. So we're going to be doing episodes for this until our birthday, and then we'll close off the season. So there'll be plenty of content for you guys to watch and in the future listen to, because we'll be releasing these on Spotify as well. I just got to set up the
going on YouTube first. So if you guys have got a map that you want us to talk about first, then let us know. We're gonna try and go through as many maps as we can. Talk about what we like about them and what we don't like, where the sort of strength
right
into holding them is. to a bat where we think is not a good position.
And probably after I release this on the 17th Michigan YouTube, I will also open up a channel in our Discord, open to our guests and Midwest and ourselves, to where people can leave suggestions and stuff like that. So we have, a list of things we can talk about as well. So we'll have that covered. And yep. So beginning of March, episode 1, and we'll have it released on audio waves as well. So I think that's pretty much it on my end. Is there anything else you want to bring up or want to talk about before we close, Tink?
I'm good.
Okay.
Absolutely good.
Awesome. All right, folks. Well, that was the promo episode of Where's My Leg? A War of Rights podcast. All right, folks. We'll see you guys in March. Have a
See you guys.
See ya.